Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patricia. This video is about setup or installation of my new cat carrier that I got for my princess Fully. She's going to be 4 this June, and also I'm going to share my overseas travel experience with a cat that has epilepsy in this pandemic. If you guys follow me, you know that I have a cat named Bullet, and in November I adopted my mom's cat. Her name is Fully. My mom lived overseas, that's why I have overseas travel experience with a cat. I've traveled overseas with my cat before, but this time this was special because Fully has epilepsy since she was 6 months old, and she is under medication. She has to take medicine twice a day, and if she takes medicine on time, she doesn't have epilepsy attack. So I was so worried about this journey, and I was so nervous. I was so tensed throughout the whole journey. So I'm gonna share my experience with you. So if you want to see my cat's new carrier and my travel experience with the cat in COVID, then keep on watching. I always like plastic cat carriers, especially the one that comes with plastic clasping, because that is really easy to handle for me. I always like plastic cat carrier, not just for traveling overseas, but also if you take them to vet. I think that plastic carriers are very handy and they're very safe for the cats and also for dogs. And I think that a mesh tray is a very important thing because that helps to keep my cat's feet clean and dry, just in case if they pee inside. They also have to make their bladder if it's long journey, right? And I also like cat carriers when they come with water bowl. So I was looking for a cat carrier that has everything in it, and my husband helped me to find one. I'm so excited about the cat carrier. Do you like this? And the one that I installed today, I think that this is gonna be the best cat carrier because this doesn't have the holes around the carrier, and it's gonna be easy to clean. This has the plastic clasping, so it's gonna be easy to handle, and the mesh tray has pretty good height, so this is gonna be very good for Fully. And as a bonus, this has the water bowl, so I love this. Now let's talk about my travel experience. So I flew with Qatar Airways when I brought Fully here. No offense, but I'm not a big fan of Qatar Airways. But when it's about traveling with my pets, I like Qatar Airways because they allow pets to travel with their owners. So you can reach to the destination with your pet, which is very important. To travel with a pet with Qatar Airways, you need to have few things. First of all, you need to book a ticket, and then you have to email all the information about your pet, like health certification if the pet is fit to fly, vaccination certification, NOC from the government, the country that you are traveling from, age, gender, color, and breed of the pet. They need all the information about the pet. When they have all the information, then they will check port of entry and the transit, so that they can make sure that if you can travel with your pet. And when they find everything is fine, then they will allow you to travel with your pet. Now, due to pandemic, I had to have a quarantine certificate for Fully as well. The day I flew with Fully in the US, I had to give all the paperwork to the officer when I checked in with all my baggage, and I had to pay the fees to travel with Fully, and all the paperwork that you need to submit to the Qatar Airways, that has to be updated, and the paperwork has to be issued within like 10 days or 14 days before your flight. So you gotta make sure that you do everything on the time. And yes, Fully has epilepsy. I also have Bullet here, so I wanted to make sure that if epilepsy is contagious, or if Fully is able to fly with me, if it's safe for her to fly. So I took her to the vet, and the vet told me that Fully is fit enough to fly with me, and epilepsy is not contagious, so it's not gonna transmit to Bullet. So I was relieved. Fully has to take Burbate 15 twice a day. So the day I flew with Fully, I gave her meal 5 hours prior to my journey or flight, and according to the vet's suggestion, I gave her Burbit 30 instead of Burbit 15 that day because of the long flight. It was 24 hours flight, and it was not my decision. I didn't do anything by my own. It was her vet's recommendation, and this is basically my second time flying with a pet. I knew that when I will reach Doha, they will take Fully out, give her some water, and let her stretch a little bit and put it back to her carrier. I knew it. So my transit was 2 hours. It was a very short transit, so I didn't have enough time to meet Fully during the transit. So I talked to the Qatar customer care at the airport, and they assured me that Fully is doing fine, she is healthy, and she is drinking water, she is stretching out, and I was so relieved. Before my second flight, a Qatar officer came to me and asked me, "Ma'am, are you the one who's traveling with the cat?" I was like, "Yeah, why? What happened?" Then he said that, "Look outside." He smiled and told me that nothing to worry, we're just boarding your cat to the plane. You wanna take a look? And I was so glad to see her. My port of entry was Washington DC Dulles Airport. During my immigration process, I informed the customs officer that I'm taking my cat with me. He wanted to see all the paperwork, so I gave him to see the paperwork. He said, "Okay, go ahead." And after I was done with the immigration, I saw Fully's cage beside the belt. It was like my heart stopped beating. I was so nervous. I was so nervous to see if Fully was fine and healthy. Leaving all my luggages, I ran to Fully and I saw that she was good. She was fine. I saw her face. She was so glad to see me. And her face was telling me that she didn't have any epilepsy attack during the journey. And I was like, thank God, we made it. And I'm so glad that Fully and we both had a very safe journey, and we both were safe and healthy after the journey. And I'm so happy that I brought Fully here with me, and I'm happy for her because she is adjusting with her new house, with her new parents, which is me and my husband. We are so happy and we are so lucky to have Fully in our life. And yes, I do recommend the cat carrier, and I do recommend Qatar Airways if you're planning to travel with your cat. Definitely, yes, I like Qatar Airways when I travel with my pet. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!